Hi, I'm Representative Craig Frank. Welcome to the Capitol. This year's session began 1 week later than previous years because last November, an amendment to the state's constitution was passed by the electorate. Article 6, Section 2 now states that the start date of the annual general legislative session moves from the third Monday to the fourth Monday in January. Now, instead of the annual general legislative session beginning on Civil Rights Day, which is the third Monday in January, the session began the fourth Monday in January. One other change to the normal schedule during the session is that the legislature will no longer work on President's Day in February. This was a constitutional change also within Article 6, Section 16. Instead, lawmakers will observe the President's Day holiday. Our state faces some unique challenges this year as state revenue projections are at an historic low. Most states throughout the United States are faced with similar, if not worse, budget deficit scenarios. Last year, state and national budget projections showed a slight slowing in leading economic indicators. However, no one could have anticipated the current dismal economic climate we are now facing. Although the legislature authorized nearly $450 million in tax cuts over the past 3 years, revenue shortfall projections have made it necessary for the legislature to cut nearly $1 billion out of the base budget. These are difficult times. Unemployment numbers for 2008 were 26,400 across the state. Some lawmakers have suggested that we continue additional tax increases in these already difficult times. With record unemployment and strained economic indicators heading into 2009, now is not the time to add further pressure to people's already tightened wallets. Many of your lawmakers warned you about unusual large budget increases over the past few years. The Office of the Legislative Fiscal Analyst created a brief to the legislature showing approximately 35% growth in state spending over the last 3 fiscal year period. And even though tax cuts assisted in checking some government growth, this 3-year pattern was unrealistic and most certainly unsustainable. In the days and weeks ahead, your state lawmakers will be involved in critical appropriations and policy hearings on Capitol Hill. State budget cuts of potentially 12 to 15% for fiscal year 10 will need to be made by the legislature in order to maintain a constitutionally mandated balanced budget. Noteworthy is that Governor Huntsman's office back in December of last year made budget recommendations that were structurally unbalanced. Governor Huntsman's budget recommendations included for fiscal year 10 approximately 7% cuts in the base budget and used one-time money to plug ongoing social programs. One-time money is similar to money in your savings account. Once you spend it, it's gone. Ongoing money is similar to receiving a periodic paycheck. An employee can anticipate regular continuous spending of his periodic paycheck. However, when he spends his savings, it's gone until it's replenished. In light of current economic circumstances, today affords us the opportunity to step back and ask ourselves, what is the proper role of government? And adjust the state budget accordingly. We'll be okay. We'll learn to do with just a little bit less, lessen our reliance on government, and place more responsibility on ourselves. As we all work together through these difficult times, it will be tough, but we'll be wiser and more prudent because of it. Good night. And please stay involved.